Aus the Dera, Their Life Media.
Nabii Gogo.
Sara Paloma, Liam Sara Events.
Wow, karibuni sana. Kila siku tunakuanga na episodes tofauti. Keep it locked. We'll be streaming live. We'll be having shows across. So social media handles, mnatupata Their Life Media, Nabii Gogo na Sara Paloma. Wacha niwaambie siku hizi maisha imekuwa ngumu. Wala maisha imekuwa ngumu Sara. Yaani maisha imekuwa hard, but kitu imeiwasen sana. Nimeona hii January accidents imekuwa mingi sana.
Actually from December and this January. From December hapo 20th kuelekea. Si haikuwa rahisi mtu kuvuka mwaka. Kuna wenye pia wameivuka lakini sasa hawajaenjoy, wametest tu.
But mostly deaths za youths. Watu wanauana, mara kijana ameuawa, mara mke ametoroka, mara like umekuwa na cases tu za death kabisa. Like maisha imekuwa too hard. Gogo, utasemaje maisha imekuwa nguru tu generally. Kuna kifo tu kabisa like everywhere.
Unaona kuna shida na konga seasons na vitu, kila kitu inakonga na seasons na cycles of some things. So unaona ukianza kusema from December huwa kuna vifo mingi zinafanyika. But kwa ukiangalia kwa hizi vifo kuna certain age nyingine inaonekana wanakufa sana. Na tukiangalia now the cosmic system yenye inafaa ikuwe sasa, tuangalia the spirituality matters way from 22nd to 24th. Hapo unapata too much death wanakuanga nazo sana, either kwa accident, committing suicide, ama wao wenye unapata tu just weird death inafanyika. So there's a problem with the cosmic during that time. During the 22nd, the sun, we say that the sun is still. Ile jua imesimama katika ulimwengu, imesimama. So they say the sun is still. The sun is dead from 22nd.
That is 22nd of December. That is.
So there's a certain energy which is imbalance. It creates imbalancement. So it's like kama iko juu ya maji. Unaona? So kutoka na hiyo kutakuwa na imbalancement kwa mtu. So whatever which is happening outside is also happening within. Unasema I'm God who is inside and within also. In outside and inside. So inside. So we are the micro and the macro. So ile smaller world and the outer one. So whatever is inside you is also you reflect in the outer side. So ikiwa pale energy is imbalance, unapata kama people behave in a different ways. Alafu wengine pia they get into a certain dimension of thoughts. Na then that is also the time people do a lot of sacrificing. That's why you see more young people are dying during that time. Accidents happening. So from the 22nd to 24th night, going to 25th, that's the resurrection of the sun. Wanaitanga the sun is now resurrecting. Kuna the rebirth of the sun. So it's going to the northern pole of the hemisphere. So maybe biological, geographical. So the sun is moving towards the northern pole, so towards the east. So it's moving from the north to the east.
Okay.
So utapata kama jua ina east from the east, itaona kama iko the northern side. So unapata kama that is the imbalancement I'm talking about from that point. Now that is the cause of what is happening within us. Unapata people are behaving in abnormal way. They are not even in their normalities, or they cannot control their energy. And that is also the same time unapata accumulation of certain energies happens within us. So those who know it, they do a lot of sacrifices at that time to accumulate their own energy to the coming next year. We talk about from January now, the January to the
Yeah, sure. Because in most cases, they always say, December kuna accidents mingi. Maybe hiyo rush ya magari, watu wana move left, right, center. But now, spiritual matters and teachings, we have Nabii Gogo here who is a spiritual teacher. Sasa najaribu kusema, there is the energy and the imbalances. But now, it has overlapped to January. In most cases, December ndio kuna kuanga na ajali mingi sana.
Watu wamebelieve by that time ndio maybe watu wanakunywa pombe mingi, mtu anakuwa confused to drive. ama maybe unapata watu wako na peer pressure,
na hii January enyewe January alone tumeona vipo
mingi kabisa. Like hii January kuna ma accidents
na hakuna masherehe, hakuna rush, hakuna so you will just even explain to us as a spiritual teacher so that we understand more.
The January January also, you know, still there is an imbalancement. Kuna wenye wamesha accumulate their energy and they know how to work on them on the April. Do you know that April is the end year, the beginning of a year?
April is the beginning of a year.
Yeah.
Not January again.
It's not January.
Kore mewa bag ni yawa.
So January was just put according to the Gregory calendar. They put that one to fool those who believed on April. So that's why they're saying April is a fool's day on the 4th. So they were fooling those who are still believing on the other calendar. So those who are in the Gregory calendar were fooling the other people that it is not April, it is January.
But now why January with many accidents? Nini happen
when you move to still there's a full moon. You know, we are approaching the full moon also. Yeah, I think it has started right now, and it moves to maybe the September to the March. So during that full moon, there's also another accumulation of a certain energy also in happen within us. So for those who knows how to deal with their powers, we say the control of powers and the knowledge, you know, within ourselves, unapata kama they use this as the scapegoat for their own. So they do more sacrifice. Most of the things are being caused by us, not God.
So you're saying on matter spirituality, somebody should take it serious. As a human being, a living human being, matter spirituality, you should take it serious. Because you'll see people like, they don't believe in much in what is happening on the uncertainties and the eventualities that are happening. So on matters spirituality, this is something that it needs elaboration, yes. But now about the full moon, if we say moon iko full, watu wanakufa wengi, moon iko half, watu wanafanya sacrifices wengi, moon iko aje, like the sun and the moon and all these are realities and they're happening.
Okay, let me talk about the sun and the moon and the stars before I go deeper into those. So the sun, we talk about the sun is the father. According to the spirituality, the sun is the God. Remove your shoes, the burning place. He saw the sun. S-U-N is the sun, S-O-N. That's why people talk about it. Now when you look it back also on the 22nd, the rebirth, from the 22nd to the 25th, there's a rebirth of the sun, S-U-O-S-O-N, and the same rebirth according to the spirituality, S-U-N, which is the sun, being born on that day. So there is a resurrection. We don't now call it the rebirth, the birth. We call it the resurrection. It resurrects because it was dead. Now the sun resurrects from there. So that is why when you look at or at maybe at 3 a.m. you will see the sun horizon, the 3 stars from the east. These are the 3 white stars. There's a one which is also coming from the east beside the moon. That is a morning star. We call it the Saturn. That's the planet Saturn. It's always coming from the east. It lightens the world before the sun rise. So it's we call it the knowledge giver, light bearer. That's a Lucifer, or the so-called planet Saturn. So anything which was written in the Bible, anything we see, these are metaphysicals. And the Bible was talking about the mind, and it was talking about something which is within us. There's nothing which was written outside. When we go deep about, people believe all those or that or that, but most of the things are cosmic. We talk about the planet. These 9 planets are found within us. The sun is within us. So the moon, which is the mother, the moon is the mother. We call it the moon is a woman. So it acts on germination, growth, giving birth. So then the so-called the stars are the children, as many as Abraham would say that give
descendants would be as
be
many
like
as
as many the
stars.
stars. So these are the children. That's why you'll never see a man, any male animal, even if he's a human being, walking with the children. No, the children normally walk with the mothers. So when you see that at night, you'll always see the moons are walking with the stars. That is the mother. And we as African spiritualities, we are worshipping the moon, the sun. Nobody is not worshipping these two things. Catholics, the sun. That's why the Sunday, worshipping on the Sunday. The sin, nobody can go away without the sin. Is the moon. That was the moon god. So when you go Google, for those who can Google, every this month, January, February, these are gods. January, February, this is the name of gods. You cannot do away with the gods without these gods. And these are the moon god. They were being worshipped on the mountain of Sinai. So that's a topic for another day,
Yeah,
for
sure.
those who know that. So Sin is the moon god. So that was the goddess of, was it, I think it's the German gods, whatever. So
When we say January, February up till December,
these are
there are
gods.
specific months that there are more accidents and there are other months, or what you let us know much on matters spirituality and deaths and accidents and sacrifices. Most of the accidents are related to sacrifices, right?
Yeah.
So which months do these people do sacrifices? Yes, it's true that people do sacrifices. Some people don't believe that I can be killed, somebody can take away my life. It do happen, right?
You know,
Yeah,
So which months are so much dangerous and frequent accidents?
you know, in African, the three, talk of April, August, and December. These 3 months are very dangerous months. And in Luo people, we were celebrating this, the beginning of the year. Start from even us in Luos. We were starting our the beginning of the year on April. Hiyo ndio siku nyawa wanapita. Dwe mara ng'wen. Nyawa wuok dwe mara ng'wen kowuok e nam ka gidhi the other nam.
So nyawawa ntie, nyawawa en gima ntiere ma.
These are spirits who are living in the astral bodies and they are still existing. They come and eat. They come and eat bamboo and they can even take you or slap you.
Hizo zenye
Za
ziko
mkebe
nyawawa,
punglo,
nyawawa
nyawawa
zikipita.
kalo.
So people do always say mtu unasikia mtu kama naongea like tembea haraka tuende kwa soko, mwingine anambia mwenzake usiniache ningoje hapo.
Nyathina
Like,
dong, like nyawawa is real.
Imagine if-
Togitimre April.
Where are you coming from?
From Siaya.
Siaya, you are coming from
Kano.
And I'm coming from Ongabei. You see those, the same language you will hear in Ongabei, the same language you will hear in Siaya, the same language you will hear in Kano. They will always speak. These people are in astral bodies. The astral bodies, they all need a curtain. They don't have the physicality body. Means physicality is where you can touch some things. The gravitational pulls happens here. There's movement. You can touch the ground. You can touch trees grows. This is the best place to live.
But why are they not living in December? So nyawawa is April, right? But now there is the moon. Now, there is a half moon, full moon and what have you. Kuna hii afita watu wanafanya, unaweza wekea mtoto afita nini kama kuna due, kia due maduong, due mate, pia hii nyalo lero
na half moon, full moon, na crescent moon.
Hido kanti same fite nyathi. Nyathi ok fita no fit go kinyo, fit go dhiambo.
Tienda lo mi fite nyathi.
Tienda lo mi fite mikech ang'o mi fito ng'ato. Ng'ato ing'e fito nikech energies mawuok e the etheric mind. Inyalo fito nyathi in a full moon time to donjo into another dimension, so create some disorderness kuom ng'ato. Emomiyo ineno ka neko ng'eny ndalo ma dwe chung ka. So there is madness during the full moon time.
Nikech ye dholuo jo believe ni sama dwe wuok cha to kata kapo ni kumoro nitie mane lit to chango to nyanyore like iwinjo pain. Wacho ni ya dwe ni oko kata ken jadulme, let me use that example. Ken ng'at maluwar ga to tetni cha. Ndalo ma dwe ni oko tiwinjo ni yawa sani to koro dwa lwar nyaka dwe ni do.
Nyaka dwe ni
Oh, of which the brain of a human being and moon
we are
get connected. Like.
No, I told you that in our body we have all the solar system within us. The solar system within us, we have them. We have the moon, we have the sun. All these things are within. So all means the energy accumulation outside us is also happening within us. So those who know how to control this before they reach into that, they knew how to control. Because when you don't control, it brings disorderness in you.
But
During the full moon, because during the full moon the energy is in balance. But
now a full moon kae kadwa ni ler na be gi dholu matin e kama kora jali bende timore mang'eny sacrifice be timore maber ido ka ng'ato wacho ni amisi hizi wow misi dhani I don't believe ni somebody can take away my life. So take us through that in relation to moon.
For that person who says that ignorance will kill you.
It's true that somebody can take away your life through sacrifices.
Not even sacrifice, anything. Because sacrifice people do. Wait, let me tell you, anything, any this progress people you see some people are having in this life, most of them they have done sacrifice, and most of them are involving the blood sacrifice. For you to be on top, like you see our leaders, they have done a lot of sacrifice. I'm telling you, from the president.
So there's no success in inaweza kuja tu naturally too. Let me say things like let me say people wanasemanga let me risk. Una risk.
Risking is you are sacrificing. You can sacrifice your own self.
Umejinyima.
Those who sacrifice, they don't even sleep with their wife for the success.
For 3 months.
Not even for the rest of their life.
No sleeping with wife.
Now how is your wife being
most of these
satisfied?
pastors, they don't.
Mano koroko matter. As long as ni mwandu imekuja. So these things do happen. So adwa ni ler na gidholo bende wach mar dwe, connection mar dwe gi ajali be matimore mang'eny.
Ineno dwe, koro macho ni koro neno ka nitie disorderness koro e body. Ilongo ni imbalancement. Ji donjo morokni. Koro ilongo nang'o? Rori moro donjo e wich. Wiyi chako ruogre.
Dendi yudhi.
Ji te okan kenda oksara okin kendi. Dhano te.
Dhano te. Dominyo ka seche moko ng'ato juok mako. Kanye ma juogi chieri. Iwinjo ng'aro koro waluonge dholuo ni juogi. Kanye ma ng'ane ni juok ng'ano edo. Kora deeply kinyo dholuo. Kanye ma jajuok bende ido kandaro full moon. Jajuok ido saidi.
Otegno. Energy ne omedore. And re-energized.
Koro yun sa liga, you can charge yourself. You charge your rig during that time. But kinyo the use of it. Kakitemo. Yudo ka energy giyo. Inyalo balance. Kanye ki accumulate. Inyalo use it into the next place.
To koro kodwari add energy.
You know you sit calm. There's some of the sacrifice you have to do. To remove the bad energy. Kaya imanyo the good energy, because the negative, the positive energy, tigolo the negativity. Negativity mang'eny gamolo positivity. For the moment we don't do that, you look at negativity ng'eny proper, don't you ma? Uchako shake. Koro wangile, winyo ngane ya bana wangile lapo makapade to ng'ato le, ng'ano to. Yan most joma neko gaji, kata no ni domestic violence ni ndonjo timoregi. Kata ni maybe ng'ato involved in fight. Ok yaga no nego ng'ato, kia kata no ng'ato no ko pado ng'acha kata chung ng'acha gi pala. To winjo ni nikech ineno that person ko kining'eyo itinga manyalo oro that spirit to mondo mi odonj kuom to umo wanyi alafu itimo
the act.
Koro spirit donjo to rwako body. The body is just a cloth. Koro ng'acha kosedonjo rwako body ni ibiro timo gimoro to kochako weyi to kanyo ma wangi yepo.
Kwenye ni awatimango nikech jomoko ido ka ng'ato ena ng'ama nomol iwinjo ni ng'ani onego to iwinjo ni nego dhako no nade like kidhi kata nene kata kidhi question kata en owuon okia kaka gino timore
iseneno ng'ama oneko molokre neko akoro ng'ato chieme obiro nyise ni iwinjo ko dhawo ne the other spirit ni hawa ong'e ng'ano kanegi wuoyo nyan na onge an saminegi an na onge because of what ng'ama ne is the truth. Sami nego ng'ani, this spiritual ka nego ng'ani ne onge. Mangiso ni spiritual donje paro mari to cause that orwako lawi, kose lwako lawi to kao body to tiyogo. Koro is like a camouflage.
There's this issue miwacho ni ndara gi nitie kumoro ma jo believe ni kae that one is a inaitwa which spot?
Ni dark hot spot.
Hot spot and dark spot and
like winjo ka ji nigi belief ni kanyo nitie ka dhako moro ma kata nyako moro ma siana ne dongo he. To chung duk. Koro kichopo kanyo gi gari to iniwe ni okwa help pendu to siana ne rom he. Koro
yawa sana.
Jomoko believe ni ya ni kanyo kichopo to dedo mama moro mutingo nyathi kata mo ngado ndara.
Kata mama man gi ich makwa kony.
Ingeni yande. In astral body, you know, in silver body. Kata silver body. Ino kito. Ngato koto to pok time nyorom. Ito untimely death. Bana ngu kimede ye. Kata polo mine ni bilam ni kata gipop ongi. Wawe wondering. This is the heaven. You only move to other spiritual spaces and dimensions. Koro jomuka sereni ya one wadi ye polo. Ango miyo kidwa de sana. Giwuok wa gidhi sani mondo me githo sani mondo gidhi e polo.
Kata wan be wadwa dhi anadwa dhi e polo.
To nyaka ikuong itho. Kiwacho ni itho. Koro tho sani.
Sani kidhi gi.
Tedwa dhi e polo kifuyo gi dera.
Idonjo gi bunde kanisa, tidonjo gi bunde kanisa no. Wacho reality. To pastor wach ni ji adi madwa dhi e polo. Joma gi madwa dhi e polo nikech people are going to church to go to heaven. Kich nyiso ni karo jok mabiro polo ka washoot mondo mi tho. Kata pastor deringo mo kara church.
Polo is here with us.
Polo is here with us.
Spirits gi control mar human body is here.
Ngama wacho ni wach polo, that is a criminal.
To warade polo an jonyuolna notho te ang'e nadhi rado go e polo.
Idhi rado go kanyo. There's a spiritual place, the ancestral land. There's a spiritual place, the ancestral land. For you to get in those ancestral land, nyaki itho timely death. Money receive eternity.
So untimely. Magi pod dwa wave out the spirit.
Mine no tago ji kama pado ji. Jogo donjo macham nyoko bambo e ot.
Mapa mi marach. To gine ma bende giterre gi ji. Yes.
Mago astral body no sex wenyewe. Sex is a spiritual. We deep is the spiritual part of it. Sex is an energy which can give life. So long as spirit manti astral bodies, kodonjo mo biro so check. Mostly sex happens on sun. Check in the morning 3 a.m.
So gin spirit ma pod fuyo gi.
Mago koro ko biro nindo kode jowa gi. But the sex any spirit gionge gi sex like me, this is a woman, this is a man. Spiritually there's no man and woman. Gin both femininity and masculinity. Koro kata wuonu nyalo biro nindo kode kijana.
Yani spirituality okotambua ni manyara, manyakwara, ma wuoda.
Okotambua ni ma wuoyi, sex mare eno of both. Ingedo kata ni inyalo bukori inindo kata ni.
Ogol jachien.
Winjo ka ni nyako. Wuoyi winjo. Koro okotambua mano.
Kelo wae gine ma topic makoro ng'en manade.
Koro ineno kapo ni mano timore.
Koro tuwere.
Kamano timore.
Gi end up ginyuolo nyaka gi ji.
Me mak ich me nyuol.
Gi spirit.
Ma nyathi nen miting nyathi kama.
Ma nyathino kos chalo kodi.
Machal gi jomoko nono.
Nitie nyithindo moko ka ma gin gi different species. Ma koro iluongo ni spirit mowuok from another space. Another different world. You know we have different world. Different species live in those worlds. One the world of humanity. There's the normal human beings. Kaka one, kaka no. It's a world of albinism. It's a world of pygmies. Can you see a world of Goliaths? When you look at Goliath, that is the normal term when you look at they will always look the same. They will always look the same. Aya, koro kwa chako doke question matema. Isen the eliete Goliath maramo. Nama moto.
The story bring us something.
Apeja duoka. Isa de eliende albino maramo. To joma chu
albino to pok wadhi eliende yawa.
Ma short. Bisa de eliende. Gionge gwengu.
By the way.
Isa romo kod Yesu tao. Iso mo albino hospital ipango line kata un kode ward
Kata pig miss.
Nyiero. You go to laughing male.
Kwani wewe hospitali?
Isa dia lihat lagi gin no gitu. Dia apanya. Sero wi pigis buti.
Kwani mo pig miss mo?
Okay, albino muti. This you know this kind of people in
Big Miss Madayo.
ini no gi jogi.
Pig miss madam.
You know this the kind of gin very special by the way. Gin very special in a society because they're not normal human beings.
Topic ochwakore.
Iso ngagore gi albino. Ni koro gini ngane no dawo gi albino kata ngane dawo gi pig miss. They are very confident. Kene koro rado kode ko penji. Kirado kon nitie in Congo forest gin a certain portal magin gen their wild. They do their things normal ways. Mano in Congolese in deep forest kocha. Ginyalo kai magiteri in that their wild. In albino we have two types. Nobody don't get chalre.
Goliath era sanduku yake inakaa.
Don't kingio Goliath mabongo macha Goliath baginen. Git ok gini weri to gichalre. Don't get chalre. Kingio albino te ido ka gichalre.
Kilo kingio pigmis
te
wanafanana.
Because
Then they are all other world.
to ise you can pigmis or you pigmis.
Magoto
Say
pokwa
you
wi.
albino you albino.
Kilo ka pigmis.
Mago specific gin special species madonjo ka mondo gi chiu mbegu gi. Winjo. Gin gichalo kaka ni koro gwend gredi moro okalo. To timne breeding ya certain thing. Okay, ni disability. Kara jomoko manino kantie another one also joma nigi kum.
But ngini of
Very
current
special.
kum dok piny. Currently
Nikech gibiro duogo. Giduogo nikech jogi limo
in
ga.
spirits man
Gilimo ga jogi
duogo.
to duogo. Gibiro to gichwado mbegu gigo. To gidog.
But
With
now
a purpose.
you as a spiritual teacher, matters accident, matters evil spirits and whatever. Mtili kaka wanyalo avoid, kuna vile tunaweza jiepusha. Ama can we protect ourselves as human beings?
Because
Is it
Getting
possible?
worse and worse every day, and that's the most ways of deaths in Kenya right now.
Neno personally.
Accident.
Personally. Because okinyalo wacho ni we avoid it. Kata ka untie jite kama. And personal protection. Spirituality you did personally. Ini michungi ini tichungi familia ni. Sa michung no teno teko michungo no dirito nyaka joma nitie toki. Koro kichung nitie casting of spell. The moment michego king pap before you get outside your house, you have to cast the spell of negativity. Nyalo romogo. Apart from protection moko no nitie ji chwako nyaka nyingo gi kama. Irwako gi nyako fuko. We have them.
La kanguro.
Okla kanguro.
Kanguro.
Yeah, by the protection nitie you have to protect yourself always. Unless to
Anguro onge lage.
Mala kanguru ni tokorote. Mana to mane.
protection nitie ji wuotho kodgi. Makata ano kanyal ko.
And it is true, ni someone should take care. You personally
Spiritual
should take
teacher
care
koni
of
mbele
yourself.
konyako you should take care of yourself.
Kanyal
But in general una curse
you
The
cast the
spell.
spell of negative because inyalo chio tileko toni. Winjo. Onge to mabiro kikia. Onge. Onge gimara katimore kuom to.
Ogol jachien.
Yawa gina leko chon. To ngani no senyiso kata ng'ato biro leko ni then kichio kinyi ti cast spell mari. Cast spell mar negativity. Or any spirit mo otemo kabari ne nikech message mora mora nyaka kelni. Ka gimara kitimore nyaka
Like
Una feel to.
ibiro ng'eyo makata den
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
ng'ato kotho ibiro ng'eyo ni banato
Alright,
ng'ato biro go
so
mbak thone kata 1 month ago ibiro go kata mbak thone kata gi osiep ni moro chieng' moro nyani ng'ini katho nyani ng'ini dhi tho by the way you will see ng'ama dwa tho by the way king'iyo wang' ng'ato ibiro neno ka ng'ani to ng'ato ok bidak through the eyes wang'e chosewuok e the normal eye ma ng'ato nigo winjo king'iyo wang'e tir kama to pando wang'e ka jatuo pando wang'e ok odwa ni chom wang'e tir king'iyo directly kama Ng'anonge life. Onge life.
Maybe somebody is concerned and would really want to dig deep and know more on matters mawawegeki. So you can share out your social media handles, contacts. Maybe Ntirengama would just want to contact you personally to get much more of this information on matters.
And maybe to share something with you.
In fact, we'll repeat the specific talk of this albino and the pygmies.
Yeah.
We clarify it.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, people took these people as like disability. It's not disability. Spiritual, these people are very powerful more than the normal human being. So you can't get him or get Tanzania. Kai India tema ni albinism talk. Kolal. To pygmies mina na.
Almost when again powerful spiritual world. Iti yokodgi kweli.
Kwanza na short people me. So called the pygmies are very powerful in warfare. Nteje mo pido pygmies by the way. Hey, no was genius and whatever.
Powerful in the world of spirits. The story is getting interesting and more interesting. As we wind up, we'll be bringing much more of this matter spiritual talk and human beings' life. We keep on learning and we learn daily. So with us here is a spiritual teacher. So you can drop in your comment, your question, or any other thing that you'd want us to clarify.
Again, don't forget to go on our pages, go subscribe, follow, and comment.